saying Washington's goal is to divide and destroy the European Union. They don't like us, and he's more like Putin than an ally, essentially, is what she said. So now let me show you what Chancellor Friedrich Merz of Germany said yesterday when he was speaking with other world leaders. You see him right here giving this very powerful speech. He was there alongside Prime Minister Carney as well. Here's what Merz had to say. Play this clip.
As you all know, we had a video conference with the G7 leaders on Wednesday, and 6 out of 7 were clearly the opinion that we should not release the sanctions against Russia. And we were a little bit surprised that we heard this morning that the American government decided differently. This is definitely not our view. We are sharing the 6 out of 7 that this should be not the case because Russia is benefiting from that. And we are seeing this into the right different direction. We should put more pressure on Russia to bring this terrible war to an end as soon as possible. And that's the reason why we are having a different view on this decision, which was obviously taken in DC last night.
More from Chancellor Merz on Iran right here, where he says, with every day this war lasts, more questions are coming up. And you heard what he said before about Donald Trump removing sanctions from Russia. When all of the G7 said that they weren't going to do that, Donald Trump rushed to help Russia. Merz is like, what the hell are you doing? And now Chancellor Merz is like, with every day that passes, more questions are coming up about, what are you doing, Donald? Like, what are you? I mean, the fact that Merz is saying this so loud and publicly, I think is something important to take note about. Here, listen to what he says. Play this clip.
Terror. But with every day this war lasts, more questions are coming up, more than can be answered yet. And one thing becomes increasingly clear: we need a convincing plan on how this war can come to an end. Meanwhile, we're witnessing a dangerous escalation. Iran indiscriminately attacks states in the region, among them close partners and allies of our country too, Germany. The Strait of Hormuz is basically closed, and we condemn this in the strongest terms. We have no interest in an endless war, or if the territorial integrity or statehood of Iran was crumbling, or if Iran was no longer economically viable, it would have severe impacts on us as well. So we need a good outlook for a peace order.
Now, at that same event, Prime Minister Carney made it very clear that, look, it's Canada's position. We're going to maintain sanctions on Russia, unlike the United States. And here's what he has to say, and basically calling out Donald Trump. Let's play this clip right here.
I'll just reinforce that. Entirely agree. Canada's position is to maintain sanctions on Russia, maintain sanctions, including on the Shadow Fleet, which is moving this oil. You know, there has been very tight cooperation between Russia and Iran at great cost to the people of Ukraine, and a great threat to peace and security in Europe. And this group, under the leadership of the two gentlemen to my right, and a broader coalition of the willing, has stood up to that in providing the framework for security guarantees, stood up to that in terms of providing support and training and materiel to Ukraine. All of us have contributed considerably to the defense of Ukraine, stood up to it in terms of sanctions, which we stand by and will continue to do so.
A new season is always a great time to reset, level up, and take better care of yourself. And that absolutely includes your hair. If you're dealing with thinning, shedding, or just wanting full